So you've been in your current role, industry, or company for years. I'm talking 10, 12, 16, even 20 years, and you feel totally uninterested in the subject matter of your role or industry. Your work is not fulfilling. You don't feel like you're making an impact or a difference in the world. You don't feel valued in your organization. And if we're being honest, you feel pretty numb most of the time. And like you're just going through the motions. You're not happening to your career. Your career is very much happening to you. And if we're being honest again, you've known that you've been unhappy for years. I'm talking the past 5 to 10 years. You have known that this path is not it for you, but you have a hard time deciding what to do next. Can I let you in on a secret? There's probably even a part of you that feels disloyal for thinking about doing something else. Disloyal to this company you've been with for years, and a little bit disloyal to yourself for thinking about throwing away all the years you've invested into this path. So now you're trying to balance all of that with what you really desire in your career. If you're anything like the women I've worked with, you want to be excited about your work again. You want to feel interested in your work, and you want to be proud of your work and feel empowered in your career. You want to feel ambitious and expansive in your career, like the work you're doing is aligned with your values. You want to do meaningful work that makes you feel like you're making a difference and having an impact on the world and other people. You want to know that your work is making a meaningful contribution to the world. You want your career to not be the biggest part of your life. You want to have time to do things that you enjoy outside of work so that your career can fit into your life as opposed to it being your life. You want to have time to drop off and pick up your children from school. You want to have time to be involved and present in your life and not feeling exhausted from all the energy that you are expending in a job that is literally draining you. You want to feel valued and compensated for the work and effort that you put into your job every day. And amidst all of that, your fear and doubt, amidst all that fear and doubt about if you should really leave that job, you're still trying to change the situation. After all, you don't want to sit in that misery. So yes, you might have a bit of doubt, but you want something to change. So you've spent time journaling. I mean, that's how you came to the realization that your job was the problem. You even went on LinkedIn and looked at some jobs. You set up job alerts based on your skills and your interests. Or maybe you even saw some jobs that you thought you could apply to, but you talked yourself out of it because the question you started asking was, is that job really going to be better than my current situation? You've taken those free career tests online and had some informational interviews to learn about other opportunities. Maybe you even applied to a few internal positions and got the occasional promotion and raise, which placated you for a few weeks or months. But then you realize you're still doing work you have absolutely no interest in and are still feeling extremely unmotivated and drained in your job. If you're watching and you're clutching your proverbial pearls like, girl, you are in my business. I am in your business, because you're not alone. I had a client once who had been in education for over 16 years, and she was just so over it. The nature of her work meant that she had to go into work and come home before her kids woke up in the morning. And when she got home, it was really close to bedtime. So she had just a sliver of time to spend with them, but she was so exhausted from doing work that was unaligned and draining her that she didn't have energy to be fully present with them. Or maybe you're like another client I had who had been in tax for 10 years and had hated literally every year of it. But because her family thought it was a good job, she stayed and had a hard time pushing back on that. But staying in those unaligned jobs for years caused her to lose trust in herself and her decision-making abilities. And she would look around at her friend group and always feel like she was behind and not really where she was meant to be in life, because everyone else seemed to be thriving and she wasn't. Now, a common theme for both of these women is they had to overcome one major fear. I've been here for so long. What else can I do? Does that sound familiar? That was a question or a driving thought that kept them where they were, feeling like their skills weren't transferable, feeling stuck because they had been in one space for so long. They had no idea what else was out there for them. But I can tell you this story has a happy ending because both of those women, they now know their exact next career move and are currently working on their career transition. And I've put together a brand new training that takes you step by step through the process they followed to shift from feeling like there was nothing else available to them to having hope and clarity about their next career move and a plan to implement to help in their transition. So if you want access to the training, just comment below or send me a personal message, DM me the word align, ALIGN, one word, align, and you will immediately get a link to access the training message to you.